Very few things can touch the level of happiness and joy than the video I'm about to make right now, because it seems that we are resurrecting a dead series. That's right, a series that has been dead since the exact date of August 26, 2019. The Exposed Scrub Chronicles, a series that I held dear, and it all started with a person that was related to Bishop, as you know, on my channel. And since through the years that it was popping off, we had many of different funny and hilarious moments of me exposing the moronic and stupidity that is the gaming culture that I've encountered. But since then, it seems that all the scrubs have gone rather quiet and dormant. It's almost like seeing roaches in your kitchen and turning the lights on without a backup plan. They just scatter underneath every object that you can find until basically you'll never find them again until 2 o'clock in the morning, where you're not exactly on your most best behavior, but then you walk into the kitchen for a late night snack and oop, there's Mr. Roach right there. But now it seems that today, or as I have recorded this, last night, we encountered said roach in the kitchen, or we were streaming on twitch.tv, which if you aren't following, it's twitch.tv/thewriter2345 live, all caps, because somebody took my original name. We ended up actually encountering one of these morons because I decided to go with chat, where we were going to play Mortal Kombat. It was either Rocket League or Mortal Kombat. We ended up playing both. So after a couple of good games of Rocket League, we decided to switch over to the realm of Mortal Kombat, a realm that I had not delved into since the summer of last year. I was basically burnt out. I was tired of just the constant meta playing. If it was bad in Mortal Kombat X, it's worse in Mortal Kombat 11. It's still the best Mortal Kombat to date for me, but the community has done everything in its power to make sure that I absolutely detest the game, with the amount of counter picking, trolling, and the stupidity of picking the same two yellow and blue ninjas that have been in the game since 1995. We have fan favorite characters that we've been asking for almost decades now. We've been asking for these characters, begging on our hands and knees to get characters like Fujin, Rain, Spawn, Nightwolf. You know what I'm saying? And even characters that nobody expected, like Rambo, Terminator, just all these characters, and yet people still for some reason decide to pick the two most boring and bland characters that Mortal Kombat has to offer in terms of gameplay. I love Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I'm a huge diehard Scorpion and Sub-Zero fan. I cosplayed Scorpion in 2019 before the pandemic hit. But the fact remains that I am tired of going on the game and seeing these same two basic, bland, generic characters. But that's neither here nor there. I decided to go back because recently I dropped playing Sub-Zero, because playing Sub-Zero pretty much is a handicap because it guarantees a win. He's already got 50-50 mix-ups with a starting low and a starting overhead, both of which can be canceled into each other with a slide. His crushing blows will eat half your health. It's just a cacophony of cancer, a triumphant trumpet of toxicity. It is literally the cesspool that is Mortal Kombat. It is so unnecessarily mind-numbingly dull to play as these characters that I stopped for a reason. And the people who pick them nowadays are the type of people who are either new to the game, which is fine, you're exempt from this, or people who are just trying to win but are too trash to go on ranked. That's the only basis you have. It apparently, I guess one of his moves has been banned from tournaments, in tournament play, even with custom variations, where it's the ground freeze. Anyone who's played Mortal Kombat knows the ground freeze, okay? It's where Sub-Zero does this weird swirly thing and freezes the floor, and if you happen to even step within a dust bunny's inch of that puddle, whether it's on the left or the right of it, you are being frozen on the spot, and there's nothing you can do about it. It is unblockable, completely free, and leaves you open for a 50-50 mix-up, which 9 times out of 3 you will be eating, which is a 40% combo off rip. Why am I telling you the story and the breakdown of this move? Well, it's because it's the fundamental key point as to how we became acquainted with the scrub of the day. I don't even remember his gamer tag, and I really don't care enough about him to look it up because he's not that relevant, because of the story that we will address later right now, where basically I was playing with the real one, Zombie, you know what I'm saying, we the people that I shouted out in the intro, and we were having a great old time. I was getting pieced up, a little frustrated, but you know, I brushed it off, you know, take your dirt on the shoulder. I get my quick little like burst of anger as you would call it, and then I let it out. That's usually how I like to play. I don't like being angry anymore due to like my own personal issues. I don't want to be angry. I want to come here and have a good time. I ended up getting pieced up. I ended up getting destroyed. absolutely just flabbergasted at how it was just Sub-Zero basically being the no-skill character that he is. And I was voicing my opinion very angrily, but I decided that in my moment of weakness, I decided to open myself up for interpretation. And so I went up and talked to the person. I went in the game chat and I asked them, like, you know, why did you end up picking this character? What's the fun in it? Let me ask you. Let me ask you, like.
Why you so mad? That's been
let me ask you something. Like what's like man to man, player to player, bro. Like, what is fun of playing Sub-Zero? I just want to ask your question.
Well, it's not too much fun, but I just love people because it start getting saltiness because you do that one like start doing.
I'm trying to cook a motherfucking damn ham fucking
something, and people get mad at you for that shit.
So you actively play a character to irritate people?
Well, if you see you're irritated.
No, I'm asking a question. Like I'm asking an honest question. He likes picking the character to piss people off. Like, that's his whole MO. With that sentence, he basically says that he understood how broken and busted the character's ability is, but for some reason has this inability to understand that ruins the game for literally anybody who has a brain cell higher than 2. So he just picked them. And then I guess he thought that I was so trash with Spawn that he could pick any of his other characters. My hypothesis was I was going to sit up in my chair, turn on 50% of my full power with Spawn, and piece him up with the quickness where he picked Kano. And I do believe he picked one other character. I can't remember. Maybe he didn't. But he got pieced up, served a slice of humble pie. It was great. It was delicious. Fresh out of the oven. Like, it was absolutely hilarious how bad this man got just completely destroyed and desecrated on live TV. Like, it was great. The difference between those characters is they don't have a literal unblockable ability. That's the difference. That's the difference between comparing Sub-Zero and Shiva or Scorpion and Shiva to Sub-Zero, is that they don't have unblockable abilities that you literally cannot do anything about. Because Scorpion and Sub-Zero are handicapped characters.
It's like when you do the same combo with freaking Spawn. What is that fun? Playing with
the difference is you can block that. Ground ice is not an ability you can block.
You can't block it.
No, you can't.
You can't block it. I see people blocking it, so.
No, you see people get hit with it, and then you go for a low move, and then it gets. You can block the follow-up attack. You can't block ground ice. I know. I played Sub-Zero and labbed it. You cannot block the ground ice. If you block low, you're just gonna get stuck in that animation where your legs are frozen. Hence why it's a busted move. It's almost as bad as Kung Lao's tornado ability. You feel me?
Round 1. Fight.
I lost it. Spawn is not fun yet, man. It's like playing with Sub-Zero, like I said.
No, it's not. It's
You're
not
gonna
the
do that.
same because
You're
the
gonna
the
do-
difference
you're
is
gonna
you
do
can
the
block
same.
you can block that though. Sub-Zero's is unblockable. So no, these are not mutually exclusive characters to compare. So you cannot compare them. They're not the same. One character has an unblockable move, the other does not. That didn't reach. So you cannot compare Spawn to Sub-Zero because they're not the same character. They're not even close to the same. Just because you don't know how to block that specific move does not make them does not equate them the same.
Yeah, but you're talking about doing the same move. For example,
No,
unblockable,
what I'm
but
talking
you're
about
doing
is
the
using
same-
a
you're
move
doing
that
the
is
same
literally
shit, bro.
unblockable and broken. No, it's not the same. It's not the same. Didn't you block the low parry? Didn't you block the low parry though? Didn't you block when I fired the Uzi? Didn't you block when I fired the Uzi? You're trash. Take the L. Take the L and leave. 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 Take the L and leave, bro. You're 1 and 2. Take the L and leave. Shut up. You trash. Trash. He went on record in saying that, like, picking the characters with the stomp and Scorpion's teleport, what are you gonna do? It's the same thing. You have to counter it. And I was like, that's not exactly the case. See, Scorpion has annoying abilities that you can counter. You can block his teleport. It's hard because he can delay the meter burn. Shiva Stomp, very, very broken move, but not as broken to where it's unplayable. In fact, that's the move that got somebody banned from a tournament, which was probably the stupidest thing that I could have seen in esports. You have counterable moves to take care of this problem. Now, let me ask you something. Can you block ground ice? No. Can you do anything to avoid ground ice without putting yourself at a disadvantage with Sub-Zero's projectiles and ice balls? No, you cannot. You basically have to play the waiting game and hope that he comes over there with his super fast slide. It's an unblockable move. That's why it's been banned from tournaments. But he swears up and down that people could block it. You cannot block the ground freeze, as I proved later in the Twitch channel right here. You can block Spawn's parry. The reason I use Spawn's low parry so much is because a lot of people for some reason forget that he has that, and Spawn doesn't have overheads. He doesn't have a whole lot of overheads that he can work with outside of the Leecha stance, which I hate using because that thing, if you know frame data, you're gonna poke me out of it every single time. What does that say? What does that say? What does that say? What does that say, chat? What does that say? What does it say?
I already voted for it. Yeah.
I believe that says unblockable.
Now you know what the difference between Sub-Zero's busted ground ice is and Spawn's Uzi? Do you know what the difference is? Spawn, you can block his Uzi and punish it for a full combo, regardless if he meter burns it or not. He got pieced up. It was absolutely horrible how bad he got beat. It was so entertaining for my chat though. So then he goes on to complain and cry and say that it's the same thing, which, sir, if you're watching this, which I hope you are, it's not the same thing. It's absolutely not the same thing. See, one move you can block, and it leaves me very open to getting combo countered, as I've been countered many times by Cassie Cage, Jade, literally the entire roster. It's a free combo hit if you block it. However, going ahead and saying that Sub-Zero's ground freeze is the same thing is not the same thing. Fundamentally, comparing using the same two moves by getting hit by them is the same thing. Comparing one to being broken while the other is not. So people who pick ground ice are the type of people who grip both pencils with both hands. They will be just sitting there writing their names saying Sub-Zero is the best Mortal Kombat player in the world. Like, no, that's not what we're doing right here. Okay, that's baby stuff. That's like you ever seen Kombat Kids, that little short? That's where you're at. You're at Kombat Kids. You're not with the big boys in the Mortal Kombat. Like you are Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Everyone else is Mortal Kombat 1998. Like you are Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and literally anybody else could be Mortal Kombat 2021, and they will still, like, that's where you're sitting. by picking that. That's where you are. Like, you're not good. You're just picking cheap abilities. I will stand by this stance because I say that as a Sub-Zero main. Most people will say that, oh, I'm tired of getting beat by it. No, I say it because it's not fun to play. I don't care what anyone says. If that's your MMO that you want to piss people off, have fun not having any friends. I'm sorry. That's like, go touch some grass. Like, I'm sorry that people will not attend your final gathering. Okay, I'm sorry, because that's literally what you're proving to everybody by picking that ability is, I have no friends and I'm taking it out on everybody else. That's what you're doing by picking ground ice. So this was just a little mini Scrub Chronicles to bring it back. I even had the Johnny Silverhand glasses right now as I'm working on a cosplay, but I just love these sunglasses. They're just so nice. $20 because I'm a baller on a budget. Yeah, if you guys want to see more stuff like this, where stuff like this might happen, and you're not wanting to wait for my content, because like I said, I like putting out banger videos every time rather than putting out mediocre, consistent ones, follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/TheWriter2345live, where we talk, we do art, we do like moments like this, we play all kinds of stuff over there. I don't plan on playing any single player games just because I like, you know, playing those on my own, unless they're really old, then I'll play them on stream. But other than that, this has been great. This has been the Exposed Scrub Chronicles episode number 6. Episode number 6, man. And I don't know when the next one's coming. Like, I wish I could tell you that I had like a backlog of Exposed Scrub Chronicles, but I don't. It's just hard finding them. It's like finding roaches in the kitchen, like I said. So like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed my content. Please consider giving me your utmost support by sharing the videos. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. And into the guy who decided, the guy I beat, if you see this, you got scrubbed, bro. It's okay. Like, you got exposed. Like, you're one for 3 matches. You are 1 win out of 3 matches. And I was picking my 5th main. I wasn't even picking my main, which was Sub-Zero, because unlike you, I actually like to have fun with the game. But if you see this, stay salty, stay free, and maybe hit up them labs before you try to sit here and tell me what I don't know, because it's very apparent that you don't know anything. Like, you know jack shit about this game, but I do. I know my stuff. So thanks for watching, thank you for viewing, and yeah, follow me on Twitch. We stream regularly. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.